Right, amazing story time on The Fan. And before Magic Round gets too far away from us, let me quote Des Hasler from the build-up to Manly's match last week against Brisbane. He was asked if he was a magician for what he'd achieved with the Sea Eagles this year. He replied,
I'm no Phil Cass, so...
No, Des, you're not Phil Cass. This is Phil Cass.
OK, ready, go. Up and down. With this, ready? I'll get faster. That's good. Keep going. Really fast. Go. Good. Now, Albert, you're going to do everything I tell you, otherwise you will not get your watch back. That's not supposed to happen. Now, I guess you probably thought I put water in there, did you? Have a look.
And this really is Phil Cass, the amazing rugby league story. You're all saying, what's he doing on The Fan? Phil Cass, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Bossy.
You have a rugby league story to tell. I mean, this would be unknown by most of our viewers.
Indeed, because last time I had an interview for football was 1984.
Right, 35 years ago, you sat and were interviewed about rugby league. Now, on the program, we love a first, we love a never happen again. I'm here to declare you are the only player who played at an elite level, as you did in the Queensland competition with both Wynnum and Brisbane Souths, and worked as a magician. And I'm going to say you're the only magician in the world and entertainer who is a former rugby league player. Have you ever come across any other
I don't believe there's been
No.
another rugby league player, no.
Well, let's talk about it. We're talking early 80s. As I understand it, your background was soccer, but you got a start in rugby league with Wynnum and then with Brisbane Souths, the Magpies.
Yep.
Rattle off some of the names that you were coached and played alongside.
So in the 84 side, I believe we were having 4 internationals in that side. That was Mel Meninga, Gary Belcher,
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson, yep, and one more.
Bobby Lindner. And at Wynnum, you'd played outside of Gene Miles because you were Phil Cass, fairly solid, flying winger. That was how you were described. You were quick.
Somewhere between 87 and 90 kilos, which is not that much these days, is it?
No. But back in the day, that was quite solid. That was they're the dimensions of Eric growth.
They had big, strong legs.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what about the coaches you had?
In South, we had Bob McCarthy in 83, and then Wayne Bennett in 84.
Bloke called Wayne Bennett. Can you remember what was Wayne like back then, having a magician in his side?
He was a very man of few words, and I remember asking him, Wayne, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should stick out footy for another couple of years or go with the Magic? He looked me in the eye and he said, go with the Magic, son.
That's a beauty. Yeah. As I understand it, Bob McCarthy had a similar reaction. The first time he saw you on stage, he said, that's amazing. He can well rabbits out of hats, he can make things disappear, but how come he can drop the ball with the line wide open?
I've done that a few times. Yeah.
So there's in the rugby league scrapbook, there's some fair highlights. There's premiership success in the lower grades.
Yeah, the reserve grade.
Do you regard your greatest feat the fact that you can say that you played alongside
Indeed,
the
I tell everybody.
Yes.
My greatest fame is to play outside Mel Meninga, and Peter Jackson. And I will, as an antidote to that Wayne Bennett story, Wayne Bennett, I did Alfie Langer's testimonial dinner.
Yep.
And as I came off stage, he was going to the toilet and we happened to cross paths. Right. And Wayne Bennett whispered in my ear, he said, I tell everybody I trained you.
It's a true story, there you go. I will ask you just about your work. Yeah. You know, these days, most of it's offshore, cruise ships and that. You're just the consummate professional with your act. I mean, it's always 10 out of 10.
I do corporate work, so I do after-dinner type presentations for awards nights and conferences and all that sort of stuff, and also do cruising. And in the 90s and 2000 period, corporate work was there and cruising was here. Now it's slowly gone like this, and now I'm travelling cruising. And it's a lifestyle choice too. I love it.
Well, Phil, incredible rugby league story, never to be repeated. Thank you so much for coming on The Fan.
My pleasure.
Phil Cass. Who would have thought?
Can I have this? Yeah. Yeah? Good on you. Now,